Hello lovely human, here we are back again. Now I wanted to branch off from what we have been learning with the 12 bar blues pattern. We're still going to use that as the foundation for the chord moves in this session. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to the 12 bar blues lesson and learn the chord changes. But what we're going to do today is we're going to learn a little scale, a little arpeggio that can go with those notes, with those chord changes. I'm going to show you what they are. I've got them drawn up here as a little diagram to show you, but it's going to be easier for me to explain on the guitar. So we'll start with the A string again. So the chord underneath would be the A, like the power chord that we did before, or a full A chord. And the notes that we're going to play are going to be this, and in this sequence. So your open A string, and then the 4th fret on the A string, which is the 5th string. Then you're going to go to the 4th string, 2nd fret. Then we're going to go to the 4th fret of the 4th string, so staying on that same string. And then the 5th fret with your little finger. And then we're going to come backwards, back through those same notes. So take that one off, keep your 4th fret there, 2nd fret, and then back down to the 5th string, 4th fret, and then open again on the A string. So when we put it all together, it sounds like this. That's the form. You can play it faster than that when you get better at it. And so on. So that's in A, that's when the chord is A. And when the chord changes to D in the 12 bar blues pattern, you simply do the same thing down one string, just like with the chords. So now we're going to start on the 4th string. Don't forget, it's open, 4th, there's no open on the next string. You always go straight to the 2nd fret, 4th, 5th, 4th, 2nd, and back to this 4th. So you don't ever go to the open string of that 2nd string that you're playing, only on the 1st one. Okay, and that's when you come back to this 4th fret, that's the end of the whole thing, and then it's all repeated. So you go, so that open is always the number 1, and then it's of the 8 beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back to the A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then of course we're going to go down to the E. And then back to the A. I might be playing that a little bit fast for you to keep up with, to start off with, while I'm demonstrating. So I'll put down a progression, 12 bar blues progression, using those notes now for you. So pause for a moment, make sure you've got all those notes really firmly in your mind. and you know where you're going, and then try and stay with me. I'm just going to do it at a nice slow pace and see if you can stick with me and play through all the notes and try and keep up with the changes. It might feel a little bit confusing to start off with, but once you do this enough times, the confusion evaporates and you'll start to feel comfortable with it. So just stick with it. Even if it's a little bit frustrating, that's all part of the journey. So as with anything in life that you try, you're going to have little moments of frustration as you learn, but that's okay. We all go through it. All right, so here we go. Are you ready? Down to the E. Up to the D. Back to A. We'll start again with the A. Down to the E. Up to the D. Mistake there on the E. You might have noticed I played the open A. I shouldn't have done that, but that's okay. We all make mistakes. You get the general form though, and so keep playing over that form. It takes a little while to get used to. Once you get nice and proficient at it, you should be able to play it faster. Like that. So start slow. Start very slow, don't rush, don't try and play faster than what you're able to start off with. It'll only cause more frustration and make you make lots of mistakes. It's better for you to go slow and deliberate and get everything right, and then slowly, incrementally increase the speed as you get better and better and more confident. And if you make mistakes, of course, it's no problem. You just keep working through them. So the next thing to do with that, after you've paused this now and go over that, play over with me heaps of times until you've got it, okay? And then come back to where we are now. Because the next thing we want to do now is we're going to include it into the rhythms that we were playing earlier with the 12-bar blues. So remember, we were doing this stuff and we were doing 8 beats for a bar. So if you hold your first finger on that second fret, like we've got the power chord going, and you leave it there for the whole time. Push down on that note, so you've got the chord. Then with these other fingers, you can do that scale at the same time as you're playing the chord. Check this out, right? So open, fourth, fifth, fourth, open, fourth. Which sounds really cool, don't you think? One little thing to I was just thinking as I was doing that, there's maybe one step before this we can go, is you can do the 2 beats on each note of that scale, that little arpeggio, as you're practicing it. So you can go like this. So on. So it's just 2 pick strikes. So that'll make it 16 notes, won't it, for the whole thing? Very good. Then practice that along. Good fun. You can do all sorts of things with the feeling of this and the speed of it. You can break it down a little bit and only choose to play some of those notes. So let me show you what I mean by that. So you could just play the notes on the 2nd string. Like that. Or you can play this. Not going up to the 5th fret. So there's a bunch of variety. Once you learn those notes, you'll find that you can mix it up a little bit and have a bit of variety in what you do, and you can even create something of your own. Be creative with it. Once you get used to it, have some fun with it. See if you can write your own little riff, your own little tune, and then video yourself doing that and send it to me so I can check it out. Okay, so the little things to work on, the little refinements that you need to make during this. Once you learn the notes and you learn your way through it and you can go backwards and forwards and you're starting to feel okay with that, I want you to really practice that you're using the right fingers for this. So including this little pinky, even though I know it's hard to get those fingers stretched out that far, it only comes with time and practice. So it's really important that you do it. And this little finger is notoriously weak on everybody. So to begin with, it will feel very difficult, but you need to practice it to strengthen this little finger. The little finger needs to be given the opportunity to get strong like the other fingers so that you can play and you can use it. It's much better to have 4 fingers that you can play with on the guitar front than 3. You can even start using your thumb when you get clever, but we'll get to that later on. Okay, so. that's just a little faster. And you'll notice that I shortened the 12 bar blues pattern a little bit. I halved everything that time. So counting 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. So that's the adaptability of the 12 bar blues pattern. As long as you make those changes, if you shrink one, you shrink all the others the same, or if you expand one, you expand all the others the same, then the form will stay true to itself and it'll all work still. Okay, great. That'll do you for today. That's a lot to practice and a lot to get your head around if you haven't done this already. For those of you who have started with me on this, I want you to practice going faster and then make some of your own, create some of your own riffs using those notes, but change it up a bit for me, okay? Make a video, send it to me, send me an email or a text message with any questions. And you know, if we need to, we can FaceTime or something, or Zoom or whatever, if you really need help with something specifically. Just let me know, I'm here for you. Okay, keep at it. Keep up the good work. You've got this.